All right, today's question is, how do you balance lifting and wrestling / BJJ training for a heavyweight who's also a quote-unquote pro grappler? All right, so, gotta find my pen. A lot of people think that I train twice a day, every day. I don't. It's not true. It's a lie. I'm old. I'm beat up. I'm not really old. I'm 26. But I get a lot of injuries, and because I am a natural athlete, I'm just not training as much as a lot of the guys are because I get sick. I tried to do 2 days every day. I do for camps, guys, so I'm not in a jiu-jitsu camp right now, but assuming I'm in a camp, I'll do 2 days, 3 days a week, but I'm not in a camp, so I'll preface it with that. But this is my normal training schedule when I'm not preparing for a really big tournament. Even for a small tournament, it's more like this. All right, so before, I kind of get to giving you your own little schedule, I'll tell you guys my Monday through Sunday. So Mondays are 12 p.m. BJJ, I TriStar. And then later in the day, I put 5 p.m., but later in the day, I lift, okay? Tuesdays, 12 p.m. BJJ Instructional study. So again, I say 12, but it can be 11, it can be 12, it can be 1. I just find an instructional and I study it, and then I'll drill with my girlfriend. Usually, if for some reason she's busy, I'll just kind of like mind drill it, solo drill it a little bit, and just kind of work my way through the positions. Regardless, I watch the instructional. And then at night, I'll go to 450 Jiu-Jitsu in Laval. I'll teach and I'll do situational live rolling. So I teach wrestling there. But it's wrestling for jiu-jitsu, and I'm lucky because I can kind of do my own training. We do about an hour of training after the class where we do a ton of situational rolling. It kind of varies on what I'm watching an instructional about what situation we're doing. And then, of course, we do a lot of live rolling. Right now, I'm doing 10-minute ADCC matches on Tuesdays. So a couple live rounds, and then, a ton of situational rounds, and then a couple 10-minute live rounds. On Wednesdays, I do 12 p.m. pro training at H2O MMA. It's just a really tough MMA gym here that also has a pretty tough grappling pro training where a lot of guys from Montreal come together and they train. At 3 p.m., usually 3 to 4, I'll get my lift in. And then at 8 p.m., I'll go back to H2O. I'll teach a class, again, wrestling for jiu-jitsu, and then once again, with a little bit of the lower level guys, because I'd already trained that day, I'll do a bunch of situational, once again, focus on what I do in my live training, what I focus on in instructionals or whatever I'm watching as far as film, and then I'll start in situations from that, and then we'll do a couple short rounds, like 4-minute rounds, like we'll do like 5 to 6 4-minute rounds, where I'm literally just playing around with white or blue belts and just trying to do the things that I'm working on in my studies, okay? And Thursday is 12 p.m. Again, it fluctuates, but usually it's around 12 p.m. I'll do instructional study. 2 p.m. around, I'll do cardio, whether that is on the assault bike or whether that's on the traditional bike. Right now, I have a little bit of a sore shoulder, so the assault bike is not preferable. And then at 7:15, I'll go to Laval. I'll teach, and then I'll, again, do situational rounds. Friday is my rest day. Saturdays at 1:30 p.m. I teach and do live / situational rolling, and then at 6 p.m.-ish, I lift. And Sunday at 2 p.m., I go to 10th Planet Montreal, and I'll do like the 2 to 2.5 hour situational rolling only class. Now, that was a lot, but that's my schedule. It's not normal, right? It's not regular. Actually, let me see. I teach just about as much as I actually go to normal classes. And the reason is I do a lot of my own study. I do a lot of self-study, and I do a lot of rolling, specifically a lot of live rolling. And I find that that's the best way for me to get better. I don't drill that often, to be quite honest with you. I think that there is a diminishing return to drilling. I think I'd rather do live or situational rolling or do, the constraint-led approach where I'm not necessarily just doing pure situational rolling. It's where I'm like isolating specific little goals that I want to achieve. And when I run my own classes, I can do more constraint-led stuff in it. I'm still learning. If you want to learn more, obviously look up CLA or Ecological, whatever. And I watch a lot of instructionals, even though they seem counterintuitive. I don't believe they have to be. But yeah, again, like I said, I used to train a lot more, and I used to roll, like pure rolling, a lot more. But the injuries added up, and I'm not old, but I'm also not getting any younger. I've been grappling basically my whole life as a teenager up to my adult life. I'm 26, and this just works for me. It works well with my work. It works well with, you know, just physically, and I feel really good. And I think that, I don't know, I don't think that I could see myself training twice a day every day for the rest of my life. I'm not saying it's not sustainable for some people. Maybe it is. For me, it's not. But you guys ask the question. I always get asked, what's your training schedule? What does it look like? What do you do? And this genuinely is it. It's nothing special. It's nothing fancy. And it works. It works. I've been doing it for a while, and I enjoy it. If you guys are ever in Montreal and you want to come train, sure, come do it. You know exactly where I train. Like I said, it's Mondays at TriStar, Tuesdays at 450, Wednesdays at H2O twice, Thursdays at Carlson Gracie Montreal, Friday rest day, Saturday Carlson Gracie Montreal, Sundays 10th Planet Montreal. I'm a little bit of a nomad. Also guys, thanks for watching the video. I just want to say I got some new merch out, the My Knees Hurt merch, and my Kill the Weakness merch. If you'd like to support the channel, help out, have some cool gear, you can click like here, or you know, it's somewhere up there, and get the merch yourself. Check out different color options. There's also Kill the Weakness merch, or you can look down in the description below to find the link to the merch or the link to any of my instructionals. Thanks for watching.